The fire hums softly, logs settling into one another with a sound like contentment. Smoke carries the sweetness of dried applewood, and the night air is cool without being unkind. I have waited at the edge of seasons like this before, when the year exhales and rests. Let me leave this story here, while the warmth still knows our names. The orchard lay just beyond the last cottage fence, where the land sloped gently and the trees stood in careful rows. Their branches were thinner now, relieved of most of their weight, but a few apples still clung stubbornly, burnished red and gold in the fading light. The ground beneath them was soft with fallen fruit and old leaves, the earth holding their scent like a promise kept. Grass grew shorter here, pressed down by baskets and boots and the quiet work of gathering. There was a habit at the orchard's edge. You did not rush the last harvest. What remained was meant to remain. 2 questions rested among the trees. What does the season leave behind on purpose, and who is meant to find it? As dusk settled, birds gathered in the branches, small shapes fluffing themselves against the cool. They spoke to one another in low notes, not song, but commentary, observations about the day, agreements about where to sleep. The orchard listened. Light thinned between the trees, turning the apples darker, richer. Each one caught what little sun remained and held it, a private warmth stored against the coming cold. A path ran along the orchard's edge, worn smooth by years of passing. Children had once counted trees along it. Elders leaned on its fence to rest and remember. Now it was quieter, but not empty. Crates sat stacked near the gate, most filled, a few left open. Apples rolled gently against one another when the wind passed, their skins marked with small flaws that did not lessen their worth. The birds hopped closer then, bold with evening. One pecked at a fallen apple, another followed. Soon there was a small gathering, beaks tapping softly, sharing without argument. The orchard approved. A man came walking the path one evening with his coat pulled close. He had finished his work early and felt no need to hurry home. He stopped at the fence, resting his hands on the top rail, breathing in the mingled scents of fruit and soil. The birds did not scatter. He watched the light fade, felt the steady comfort of things being exactly where they should be. The season was turning, but not yet turned. There was still time enough for pauses. I once stood at that same fence with chilled fingers wrapped around warm wood, and I remember thinking that the year was kinder than it pretended to be. The man reached into a crate and took a single apple, one with a bruise along its side. He turned it in his hand, then set it back. Some things, he knew, were better left for later, or for someone else. As night came on fully, the birds tucked their heads and went still. The orchard quieted, holding its remaining fruit like a secret shared only with the dark. Frost would come soon. Then snow, the trees would sleep. But for now, there was this gentle in-between, where warmth lingered and the work was nearly done. The fire here burns steadily, apples sweetening the air as embers glow. Somewhere, an orchard is settling into rest, birds tucked close, and the season is folding itself carefully away. If the night feels long and kind, there are other evenings like this, where the harvest waits patiently and the fire keeps time.